I don't care whether it's my teenage child. I don't care. If I want to make a difference with somebody, have you noticed that if you don't think somebody respects you?
Welcome to Rising Above Shadows of Abuse, Raza. For leaders, whether they are parents, teachers, or community builders, what does authentic leadership look like in the new consciousness you speak of?
Well, you see, if you look at how people try to, how do we try to influence people, or whether it's our children, or whether it's a coworker, or whether it's a politician, somebody with a different political view, you'll notice how mostly people try to influence others these days is by being logical, by being strategic, by being convincing, by being maybe cajoling, and if that doesn't work, sometimes by being forceful and domineering. So that's how, as a society, how we've resolved trying to influence other people. I'm asserting that what really works is, let's bet it all on love. If I want to make a difference with another human being, I don't care whether it's my teenage child, or I don't care whether it's my boss at work, or I don't care whether it's somebody with a different political view. I don't care. If I want to make a difference with somebody, I've got to love them. That's what's going to make the difference. And it's even physical. If you look at it, if you and I were dance partners and you're on the other side of the room, I can't shape your movement. But if you're in my arms, if I'm holding you, I can guide you, I can move you. So I'm sorry for how silly the analogy is, but it really is like that for me. If we want to influence people, they got to be in our arms. Said another way, have you noticed that if you don't think somebody respects you, if you don't think somebody cares for you and they give you advice, you don't want to listen. If you think somebody's judging you and they give you advice, you don't want to listen. But if you know somebody's really for you, they really have your best interest at heart, then you can listen to them. Okay, well, that goes the other way. Like, if I want people to listen to me, it doesn't matter how brilliant I am. I could have the best ideas on the planet, but if they don't have the experience that I love them, I respect them, that I'm for them, they won't listen. So people have been relying on their brilliance to try to make a difference. It's not going to work. If you really want, why was Gandhi so powerful? Why was anybody we look up to like that so powerful? Because they got listened to. The human being that's not listened to has no power. Well, what's the pathway to get listened to? Love and respect. If you don't love and respect people, they won't listen to you. So that's how love and respect really is essential to the foundation of any effective leadership today.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
And apart from that, I also would chip in that leaders have to be role models, good role models. Because take, for example, Nelson Mandela. He was a very good role model. He was hands-on. He wasn't just speech, he was action. He was talking as well as taking action. And I think that's what we need in our society from our leaders. Not just saying one thing, but do you mean what you're saying? Are you showing by a good example?
Brilliant. I would call that integrity. When your actions match your word, that's what I call integrity. That I say what I'm committed to, and then I act consistent with that. That's what I call ultimate integrity. So your life matches your words.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's when be a role model, right?
Yes. And I think if our leaders do that, I think the society will be better. I'd love to know, how has your understanding of love, we've talked about this, or divinity evolved since those early days when religion felt like rejection?
Again, the main point, again, I would like to emphasize on that is to have people begin to relate to love as a way of being. So let's spend a little more time on that. So you could say there's three domains of life. There's what we have. Like, I have a car, I have a sweater, I have an arm. We have things. We always have things. Ever since we were born, we had things. What we have changes over time, but we always have stuff. That's one domain of life. Another domain of our life as human beings is what we do. Like you and I are talking right now. This morning I had a cup of coffee. I went to the gym. Our whole life we've been doing things, and what we do over time changes, but we're always doing something. We're always having something. We're always doing something. That's what people pay most attention to. What people have not paid attention to is, oh wait, there's a third domain. There's not just two, having, doing. There's a third domain called who we be. There's ways of being generous, being stingy, being respectful, being disrespectful, as I pointed to before. What's important for us to find out, it's that domain of being that is the one that gives us the quality of our life. It doesn't matter what I have and what I do. I could have $1 million and be skiing in the Swiss Alps and be miserable. I could have no money and be cleaning the basement and be happy. What makes the difference? Who we're being. If I'm in the Swiss Alps skiing and I'm being cranky, I won't enjoy it. If I'm cleaning the basement, being playful, I'll enjoy it. So what's important for us to find out is that what we have and what we do doesn't give us the quality of our life. The only thing that really determines the quality of our life, our happiness, is who we be. When we love who we're being, we love our life. Period. When we don't love who we're being, we don't love our life. I love being generous. I know when I'm being generous, I'm happy. I don't love being stingy. I don't like it. And when I'm being stingy, I'm not happy. It's that immediate. So the one thing to get is there's a third domain of life, who we be, and that's the one that gives us quality of life. Then the other thing is to find out that's the only thing we have a total say about. We don't have a say about what we have. I could have a car 1 minute, it's gone the next. I could have a job 1 minute, it's gone the next. I could have an arm 1 minute, it's gone the next. So if we think our happiness is determined by what we have, we'll always be anxious because we know we don't have control. I don't have control over what I do. You and I could show up at the airport, get to the gate on time for our flight, and have our flight canceled. So we don't have a total say about what we do. So if we think the quality of our life is determined by what we get to do and not do, we'll be anxious because we know we don't have control. But if we find out the quality of our life is determined by who we be, and then we find out that's the one thing I have total say about, total say about, the one thing that determines my happiness is the one thing I have total say about. Bingo, we got a key to life there. So I notice people they love being loving. And when people are loving, they're joyous. Okay. And so if we discover we can be loving anytime, any circumstance, then we're free and we got all our power. So the main evolution of my whole relationship to love is it went from something I have, like an emotion, something I do, like give a Valentine's Day card. I discovered love is a way of being, which is what I have total say about.
Thank you. And like you just, like the analogy you gave, it also has to do with contentment. Just like you said, you might have everything, but some people might not be contented. But there might be people who don't really have much, but they're happy because they're satisfied, they're contented with what they have, the little they have.
Well, because they love who they're being, even though they don't have anything. I was in one story like that. I was in the slums of Mumbai one time, walking through the slums of Mumbai. It was the middle of the day. It was hot. It was dark. It was smelly. And I was walking through this alley and I tripped over something. And I looked back, and much to my just horrified, I tripped over a little girl that I hadn't seen there in the dark, right? But I turned back to look at her and I stopped for a minute, and she held up this, we're in this alley, this dirty, grimy, stinky, hot alley. And she held up a math arithmetic paper she'd been working on and showed it to me with the biggest smile on her face. It was like the most beautiful demonstration to me of it didn't matter what she had. It wasn't what she was doing. It's who she was being. It was the most beautiful demonstration of that's where our contentment as a human being comes from. So I'll never forget that little girl.
That's a beautiful one. And it had to do with self-acceptance too. Accepting you for who you are. It goes a long way as well.
Yeah. Acceptance, I think we want to shine a new light on acceptance. Most people think acceptance has something to do with saying something's okay. Like if I accept what you did, I say it's okay what you did. Or if I accept what I did, I say it's okay what I did. That's actually not acceptance. That's approval. So approval and acceptance are two different things.
Different things, yeah.
Acceptance is simply having what happened be what happened. So if I accept that it's raining outside, I don't say it's okay that it's raining. No, that would be approval. If I accept that it's raining outside, I simply say it's raining outside. Period. Accepting something is having it be what it is with no judgment, either good or bad. So that's acceptance. Now, why is acceptance powerful? Because we can only live powerfully when we accept life. Like if I don't accept that it's raining, I may go out without an umbrella and get wet. If I accept that it's raining, whether I like that it's raining or not, doesn't matter. If I accept that it's raining, I'll take my umbrella with me. I'll live smartly, right? So how to live smartly or powerfully with life is to accept life for what it is. So accepting what happened. Well, that happened. I don't know if I like what happened or don't like what happened, but I'm smart about that happened. That lets me live powerfully with life.
Thank you. Be safe and be positive. Don't forget to visit our social media handles: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram at Rising Above Shadows of Abuse. Thank you and bye for now.